A shul, in its simplest form, a place of worship, a place for one to grow spiritually. Most will agree that the Young Israel of Hewlett is a lot more than just that. The Young Israel of Hewlett, Congregation Ahavat Israel, was formed by a few brave people, visionaries that yearned for something different, a place out of the ordinary.
Our shul is B'li Ayin Hara, is a success story.
Even though it is a lot bigger than it used to be, it still does have that small town feel. The growth has been, like I said, just an unbelievable explosion. And it's nice to see that as the few people tested the water and enjoyed what they were getting, the word spread, and the next thing you know, it was one after another after another.
The one thing that stands out in my mind is about 5 people came over to me right away and said, "Good Shabbos, welcome to the shul, what's your name?" And they introduced themselves, and that really made a big impression on me.
We interviewed at a lot of different synagogues, and from the first moment that we met members of the shul, we really felt a great warmth in the Young Israel of Hewlett that you don't find in a lot of big Jewish communities.
We tried a lot of different shuls, and to come here is very refreshing to see such warm, like a new energy, starting with the rabbi, working all the way down to everybody in the shul.
I think the people in the shul are very unique. We all come from different backgrounds and different communities, and it's something you don't often find. And I would like to believe that we all respect each other's beliefs and practices, and that makes it a very unique place.
When they come to the little shul in Hewlett, it's warm and it's friendly, the door is always open, and we're all one. Like I said before, we're one family, no one judges anyone else, and everyone is just willing to say hi to everyone and make friends to everyone.
We don't have that many friends anymore outside of our shul. All our friends are now our shul. And that's unbelievably wonderful, because that's the way I feel.
You have to have a place, you know, as we call it, your makam kavua is some place that you feel as comfortable as you are in your own home. And when you can come and share good times, bad times, when you can come and just share with a community that you feel so comfortable with, you know, it goes without saying that that's a place where you're going to want to be for, you know, the long haul.
Youth, young persons collectively, the period of life before adulthood.
One of the most exciting things about what's going on now is people come with their babies and they watch their children grow. I was thinking today about this interview and thinking that I remember the day that Amy Goodstein and Ivan came with Ari, and Ari was an infant in the carriage, and everybody was so thrilled to see a baby in shul. Today we have babies here all the time.
That's the most wonderful thing in the world.
And I think this is our future.
And I watched the youth group grow from 5, 6, 7, 8 kids with one advisor to, I don't even know how many we have now. We don't even have room for all the kids.
It's beautiful that almost every couple of months somebody else is having a baby, and you know, just thinking down the road for our kids to grow up with a community that's all within the same age group as them, to me is very important. I wanted that for our children.
One of the greatest things about our shul is the wonderful programs that we have for our children, and I think the Huckles are doing an exceptionally good job.
We've been here for about 2 years, and we've really had an opportunity to see the kids grow up in front of our eyes. And that, for us, has been an absolute pleasure to see the kids growing.
When I came, we were the only family with a stroller. Now you can't get into the lobby because of the strollers.
Rabbi, the ordained chief religious official of a synagogue, a Jewish scholar and teacher.
I heard a story recently about a family who moved here mainly because of him. This man was on the train going into the city, talking to another member of our shul, and saying,
"Oh, by the way, I kind of bought a house today." He goes, "What do you mean kind of bought a house? I didn't even know you were looking." I go, "Well, yeah. You know, we were looking, and we found this house. It's in Old Woodmere." He goes, "What, Old Woodmere? What's that?" I explained where it was. And he goes, "Where are you going to daven?" I go, "Well, you know, the truth is, I heard about this shul called Young Israel of Hewlett. It's supposed to be pretty nice." He goes, "What do you mean nice?" So, you know, there's supposed to be some rabbi there, supposed to be very nice, he's supposed to be very warm.
And Rabbi Bloomstein was sitting behind them on the train.
Next thing I know, someone taps me on the shoulder. So I turn around, and this person comes over and says,
I'm the Rabbi Young Israel Hewlett. And he said, no, you're not.
Sure you are. He goes, no, I'm telling you.
I opened my wallet, I take out my card, and I said, here, look. Here's my card, Rabbi Bloomstein, the Young Israel Hewlett.
Sure enough, Young Israel of Hewlett, Rabbi Bloomstein.
One thing about the shul that I find phenomenally special is Rabbi Bloomstein, of course. He really makes everybody feel welcome. He's a very friendly and outgoing individual, and that's definitely helped to contribute to the growth of the shul.
But that whole welcome part, I think, comes from within, and I think, you know, the rabbi and the Rebbitzin are, you know, two of the most open-armed and welcoming people that you could really want if you were bringing people into an organization.
Right.
I remember the first time that I ever called the rabbi before we even applied for the job, and just listening to his answering machine, I felt like he'd hugged 5 people by the end of the machine. It was full of such joy. It was amazing.
My wife comes into the house and she says, there's a guy marching a whole bunch of people with yarmulkes down the block, and lo and behold, it was Rabbi Bloomstein and my friend Saul Brooks greeting everyone along the way and taking them on the sukkah hop. He sat down on the Salner stoop, and he had the 30 or 40 kids absolutely mesmerized with a very short Devar Torah.
He's a person that has a lot of passion for what he does, but his personality is one where he knows when the time for being serious is. He knows when the time to joking around and spending the time with each of us in the membership. And we see all those facets of his personality on display. Not many rabbis have that.
Rabbi Bloomstein and Rebbitzin Bloomstein, we fondly call her Mimi. I would consider them almost family at this point. They really embody everything I would like to be. They're very much role models for my husband and I and my children.
When his first son was getting married, and he invited us to the wedding, and for whatever reason we couldn't make it, he says, I don't care if you can't make this one. I have, 10 more that you can try to make. As long as you make one of them, I'll be happy. And I just thought that was kind of cute that he just, you have to be part of my family. You have to be part of my simcha sooner or later. And I'm giving you enough of a chance because I have enough kids that are going to be getting married.
Never had a connection, never had a relationship with the rabbi until I moved here. Somehow, whenever I walked in, no matter when it was, Rabbi Bloomstein would bound out of his chair, pounce on me, say hello, be very warm, be very inviting. It makes a difference. The rabbi and the Rebbitzin and his entire family have become a part of our lives.
Honorees, integrity and conviction in one's beliefs and actions, respect. Our esteemed guests of honor this evening embody all of that and more.
This year we are honored to be able to give an honor to 2 wonderful young couples. Dr. Alan and Ann Ruff are very, very special people.
He's very passionate about what he believes in and what he feels strongly about, and he is not at all shy to put his money where his mouth is.
When Alan has something in his head, he gets it done. A few years ago, we had no more room downstairs in the Kiddush room, and he said we need to break down the wall, and he was there physically and financially.
These 2 couples have done a lot in the short time that they've been here in our shul. Both of them have gone way beyond what was really asked or expected of them.
And they do it in a quiet manner, too. That's what's nice.
They do it in a quiet manner. They do it without trying to make themselves, get a pat on the back.
Alan was one of the first people I met when I moved to New York, even before I started dental school. To always see his smile, and we all know that it's a smile that can light up a room. Alan and Ann are inspirations in terms of their parenting and how they raise their children. Wonderful children and a wonderful family. And it's an honor to be to be honored with him.
Frankly, the Roths are good for business. They have lots of kids. They're very helpful.
Dr. David and Shira Weissman are, again, extremely special people. You can't help but be moved by the amount of effort that he does.
He's here every morning, as people know, 6 a.m. teaching, whether it's one person or 5 people. And he's kind of the surrogate rabbi when the rabbi's not around, which is a tremendous responsibility. He handles it all with composure and with dignity, and he's just phenomenal.
And I remember when I first even met him, David seemed like a person, you know, he wasn't married, he seemed like a person that could change the world, that he had so many dreams and hopes and aspirations, besides being a dentist professionally, but otherwise, you know, religiously. And now as I'm older and he's growing more in life, I see he's realizing these goals of a wife and children, becoming a rabbi, and it's just, you know, he's a person with such warmth and sweetness and kindness inside of him, and Shira as well, that we're very honored to be honored with them, with him, with her, and we look forward to spending many more years together with them.
Every activity and program I've seen in the shul, David Wiseman, Dr. Rabbi Wiseman, has had a hand in. There's nothing that goes on here that he doesn't have a piece of, and it's amazing to see a Jew so involved in the community taking a leadership role.
Future, time that is to come thereafter.
Look, we've grown probably 50–60% since I moved in terms of membership. The building, the infrastructure is still the same. Yeah, we moved the benches around and we changed the carpet. Do I want to see us blow up and out? You know what? Whatever the community needs is what I want, but I just don't want it to lose that small, out-of-town feeling.
It's a fun thing to be a part of when you see this kind of success, and you see it in, you know, people's faces.
For the future, I hope the shul continues to grow, but at the same time, I hope that it doesn't lose that family feeling that it has, where everyone's friendly and everyone knows each other.
I think the future of the shul, and also, you know, what you take away from, you know, a simcha like our annual dinner, you feel that you're a part of something special. You feel that this is something that you want to bring your friends and family into. It's something that you want to continue to be a success and be a part of that success.
From the minute I walked into the shul, it was a love affair. The people were friendly and outgoing and nice and sweet and non-judgmental, and there were people from all over who were willing to flock in. Since then, there literally is not a day that goes by that somebody doesn't tell me, "You're the Rabbi Young Israel Hewlett. Wow, that place has such a great name. People are so friendly," and thank God, B'nai Hara, that's the way it's continued. Every year, thank God, we have new members, people who want to join us, people who want to become part of the new Young Israel of Hewlett, Congregation Ahavat Israel. So I see, with God's help, a great future for our shul. I'm excited to be part of the shul. I'm happy to be part of the shul. Mimi and I love the shul. We feel very much at home, and I really hope, Ezra Hashem, we have a long, long future together.